What up, world? It's your boy J Star back again. We got the Thursday night football showdown here. As we always do, getting right into this with offensive personnel. And of course, also we're gonna go with some defensive coverage and stuff like that scheme. So that way we can help out with picking some of the best players to take at captain and things like that. Cause definitely helps out when what team is actually what players are actually doing good against man or zone coverages and stuff like that. Helps you able to pick, better receivers, of course, and even sometimes even running backs, because some running backs pass catch better against zone defenses or run better against some man defenses and things like that. So let's get right into this one as we always do, like I say. So we got the Titans in Pittsburgh here. We got the Titans running a 12 personnel. So they're always probably going to have like two tight ends on the field because you already know they want to run. No, it's not really to get the ball to their tight ends. They're trying to have better blocking for Henry. So that's already going to put, of course, Henry as one of the best plays at captain there because of that. And then also, they're kind of setting up the play action to the deep threat wide receiver, big play wide receiver for them, which that's going to lead into being Hopkins. Besides these two, let me see. Because the Steelers is already top 10 in fantasy points right now at running back and top 10 again fantasy points to wide receiver. So kind of goes well for both of these two to have a really good game. Quarterback wise, they're not giving up like amazing points for us to say that Levis is really a great captain. Also, this team is such a run heavy team. We do know he did hit and had a really great game, against the Atlanta Falcons, who were probably even a better defensive team so far before that game, at least it seemed to be. But did get what I want to say, got bombs dropped on him to this past weekend though. So if you want to still take a shot at Levis being a captain, you can. It's just these two are probably the best plays to go to. Besides that, I was looking at, since the Steelers play what I want to say, man style defense and things like that. Henry ran good against man style defenses, but also even Spears actually kind of edged him out. Like yards per carry against man defenses, so he's probably going to be in play because of that. Also, he is the pass for I would say like pass catching back for them at least. We do know Henry does get some of that too as well. But since, like I said, he is edging out and this team is wants to run the ball, both running backs is going to be kind of in play there. Since they do 12, like I always say, taking the tight ends is always going to be in play. Maybe a Conru, possibly in play there. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, possibly in play there. I'm trying to think of the other tight ends here, but I don't think they're really used for anything else because Wow and then Westco, I think one of these ones have a touchdown. Let's see, is it Wow? Yeah, Wow has a touchdown. I believe it was against a man-style defense too at that. Yeah, it was Cincinnati there. So he did do good against Cincinnati there, and then it looks like we got a man-style defense here, but a Colts zone defense here. So, like I say, they're always, one of them is always in since they are running 12 with the Conwu, of course. But Conwu is more out there probably running routes. If he's not, when he's not blocking, he's actually running routes to catch the ball. The other two in Westco and Wild will probably, if they maybe get a goal line, they want to be sneaky and let Henry throw the ball like they do sometimes. It'll probably be one of these tight ends catching the ball besides being a Conwu. Because they always like to throw to one of those sneaky tight ends that are usually always blocking to throw off the defense and things like that. So since, like I said, they play 12, I always tell y'all, you can take any of those sleeper tight ends even at the bottom there if you need those type of savings. But the main tight end, of course, is going to be a Conwu. And then besides that, it looks like kicking points, they're giving up about 6 most kicking points Pittsburgh is. So the kicker is going to be in play here. Where we got Boswell. Is it Boswell or my bad? It's Folk. So we got Folk there who's going to be in play, for kicking points there. And the kickers have been getting crazy points. I think we just came off of a game where the kicker had about 17 points. So almost possible captain too at that. And it possibly could happen in this game too as well. If you want to take a shot at it, like I said, the kickers have been getting points. Defense has been getting crazy points too as well. For defensive points though, neither one of these teams is actually giving up crazy defensive points. We do know it's a rookie quarterback starting on one side, so you can always take a shot, especially it's his first road game too at that. So possibly, they're able to get to him and cause him to make a mistake with TJ Watt, actually coming after him and stuff like that. But let me see anybody else though here for the Tennessee side. I'm looking at here besides like defense, of course. Like I say, you can always take that. Lately, they've been just spinning almost every lineup. Burks, I believe he is going to kind of be in play here because he does line out wide. I think what is it? Yeah, like second most to what I would say Moore down here, but Moore is really, let's see, how did he do last week? I don't think he's really playing that much. Yeah, I don't think he's really in that much. He probably was in a little bit more here when Burks was kind of out, I think. But since Burks is back, Burks has a chance then to be in there because of, like I said, lining out wide. That's where you want to attack Pittsburgh. So he's a possible play there. And let's see if I'm missing anybody else here. I think Phillips is a decent play too down here. I know he was like kick returner too for them. So I feel like he has some type of speed. Was hit on what? Think his most targets, yeah. So and caught all three of them. For down here at 800, I definitely like him, man. I thought he was gonna be a better receiver just the last year, but he got hurt and was missed a lot of games. So I think that's about it though for this side of the field, man. Just check one more time to make sure I ain't missing nobody else. Yeah, that's about it, man. So we're gonna move on to this other side here, man. So we got what we got? We got Pittsburgh playing Tennessee. Tennessee runs the same style of defense, man style defense over here. Pittsburgh though does play 11 personnel, so they have 3 wide receivers out on the field, only one back and 1 tight end on the field as well. And then let's see. So we got definitely, where is that? Pickens is gonna be a good play here. If you think Pittsburgh is having a really good game, is able to compete here. Pickens has been killing man-style defenses. What I've been telling y'all before, like he ran into, I believe, like some zone defenses as of late. I believe Jacksonville is one of them and didn't do too well there. Rams is definitely a pretty heavy zone defense there. So, but he was able to do pretty good here. I do notice though sometimes he plays some zone defense and they end up lining him up man at one point, and then he beats that big for a big catch, that man style defense they end up throwing in at one time. Every time it feels like that's what they end up doing to help him end up getting better fantasy points than what he usually does against zone defenses. This is zone defense here against Houston. You see his 5 points. Zone defense against the Raiders, we got 11 points. Even though they did man match up with him one time and he hit for another 32-yard bomb there on them. But as you see here, like Cleveland, man defense, boom, 25 points. And then we got Baltimore, man defense, heavy man defense, 29 points. Then we get Tennessee here, so man defense, and he's probably, in play to hit really big there. Besides him, though, being a captain here, man, it's kind of hard because I don't really see nobody else. I actually would say because Titans is actually giving up second most points to kicker. I'm kind of leaning to that it could be the kicker then. Like Pittsburgh seems to have a hard time scoring anyways. Possibly could be the kicker here. If Pickens is not going off, then definitely is more than likely the kicker here. It's really hard to run against the Titans. Even though I think it's here for them is going to be, so let's just get into flex plays. These two are still going to be good flex plays here for this game. Besides that, it looks like Warren is actually playing, running actually better than Harris against man-style defenses. Yards per carry against man defenses like a whole almost 2 yards higher. So definitely will lean to Warren a little bit there. Besides that, like we said, Steelers defense is going to be in play because it is a rookie and he's on the road. So definitely they're going to be in play there. Plus they get some good pass rush with TJ Watt. Also, let's see, Hayward coming off some decent amount of targets here. So I would say definitely Hayward could be in play here. Not really giving up mad points there, but 9 points could be good enough for 2,800 though. And then let's see what else we got. I like Austin, man, because he has that speed. But because both of these teams kind of giving up wide outs. I know Austin lines out wide when he does come in. He has, like, I want to say second most yards, I think. to all the other receivers here. Let me make sure that though. Let's check that one more time. I believe he does have second most yards against a man style defense. Yeah, he does. So Austin does have to, even though his targets have been really low, so you can take a shot there, possible. But Allen Robinson lines up in the slot, and then this team is like 13th, I think, in giving up percent catches to the slot. And Allen Robinson will also be that play then because he is the main receiver in the slot for them. Besides that, I don't really think I would take anybody else below them because probably like the last, I mean, let's see. That's not the Washington kid that's playing tight end, but they've been using Hayward over to Washington anyway. So, yeah, I think that would probably be it then because I don't really see no. Oh, there go Darnell Washington. How many targets has he been getting? Yeah, so he hasn't even been targeted because they've been going to Hayward. Man, so yeah, that's probably about it then. I don't really see nobody else that I would take a shot at down here for Pittsburgh at least. Yeah, so that's it for their side of things. So after just going over all that, man, I'm kind of thinking, let's see, what am I thinking here, man? Who do I really want to take? Kind of think Hopkins. Hopkins is questionable. I see this questionable here. The thing is, though, he hasn't been practicing anyways throughout the weeks. I believe he's older now. Veteran receiver. I believe he's still gonna play. He had this toe, thing going on like week to week, and he doesn't usually practice till like Thursday or Friday, anyways. So I think he's just okay. I think they're just doing what they normally do. I'm gonna go ahead and roll with Hopkins here. I know he was just coming off of 6 targets, but and was able to hit, crazily, 3 touchdowns on it. But I do think he can do well again because also Pittsburgh plays the same style like a defense here as like the Colts. And we saw that was like his best game. So, Atlanta was like a mixture of different things. Like they like to run some man and zone all the same time. So, and it just worked. It seemed like I feel like it worked more on the times when they ran zone. But like I said, the Colts run the same type of style of defense kind of as what Pittsburgh does with like a 1 high safety look and things like that. And he was able to put up 25 points there. I feel like he possibly does get better quarterback play here. So I'm going to go ahead and put Will Levis in there with him. And then I'm going to definitely roll with Henry. This team just runs, so well. I don't see, them not taking advantage of what was it, top 10 at number 10 at that for fantasy points to running backs. And they're a team that also I think is pretty bad at missing tackles, and Henry is really good at that, making people miss tackles too for him, especially with the stiff arm and things like that got going on. So definitely gonna go with that. And then let's see what we got going on. I think I am going to take. I'm gonna take a kicker here, but I think I'm gonna actually go with the Tennessee kicker here over Boswell. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the savings there because I feel like Folk has been doing pretty good. Like 10, 12, and 11 here. Just last week he was coming off of, them actually finally scoring nothing but touchdowns. And I just feel like maybe Pittsburgh kind of struggles over there even to probably get in field goal range over and over. So I'm going to go ahead and lean to the Titans kicker in this game instead. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with, since I told y'all about the running back situation here, I'm going to go with the running back in Warren. Because he has performed well against this style of defense for them, and he's the home back too, so I kind of feel like that should work out. Down here, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take Phillips, because everybody below here is not really, a great play to me. And Phillips is actually coming off a good game, which I thought, like I said before, he should be performing pretty well. Because I thought he was going to be a better receiver anyways, and I feel like maybe with Will Levis, this is able to hit. So this is what I'm going to go with, man, for my first look, and making a lineup for this game. Hopefully this helps out, man. This video really helps y'all. It's your boy, J-Star, man, and I'm out. Stay tuned, though, for the top 5 video, of course, for the week, and then the final look at the slate, and, of course, the other showdowns we got. I'm out, y'all. Peace.